Hey everyone, it's Rachel Scoltock here, and I'm really happy to be here live because I didn't do my live on Monday this week with the reading. I was just exhausted. I'd worked about 9 days straight. I taught Reiki at a VIP weekend workshop in Coffs Harbour, and as you know, I recently moved house. And I just could not, didn't have the energy to bring you on Monday. So I've had a really great week, really exciting, good week, few ups and downs, but it's been a really intense time energetically. Hi, Birgit. Hi, Em. Hi, Rena. Hi, Val. How wonderful to see you. Let me know that you can hear me. Just let me know you can hear me because I've got my microphone plugged in. I'm hoping it's working well. So I wanted to come on this afternoon, pull you a couple of cards because you missed out this Monday, and also talk to you about the 3 major blocks that stop you from making the changes that you need to make in order to create abundance in your life, to create success, whatever abundance is for you. Hi, Rachel. Thank you so much. So happy Friday. It's great, isn't it? We're right on the edge of a weekend. Well, we are in Australia. You've got a bit longer to go there in the UK and in Europe. So I really wanted to talk to you about the 3 blocks that, I've been working with people for a long, long time in healing, helping people with their energy, clearing their energy blocks, helping people to create the success and manifest what they want and what they need, and to really learn in depth how to do that. It requires a lot of commitment. It's not just about, putting out your prayers under the new moon. Like sometimes that's really powerful and it works. But really in making a big commitment to changing your life, to bringing in the abundance that you want, to working closely and intimately with your guardian angels, your guides, and the divine source energy, which flows through you every moment of every day, but which most people don't access in the proper way because they, I think we're what's called dysfunctionally independent in this day and age. I think we get so used to being busy, doing everything on our own. We've been through a lot that we forget sometimes to lean on that amazingly powerful, potent force that has been given to us. It's been gifted to us for this lifetime, working with our angels. This isn't just an airy fairy couple of little fluffy cartoon creatures floating by us and whispering in our ears. These are fierce beings of light which have ancient roots on this planet and are part of your energetic physiology. They are part of who you are, and they are hanging out to be called upon because they can make a huge difference in your life once you start to call on them. Call on them for the things that you really need. Call on them when you need change, when you're on the cusp of change, when you want to make a shift in your life, or you feel wobbly, anytime that you feel fear. Call on these beings of light that we call angels. They're called angels in our culture and our language, but in other cultures and other languages, they're called other things. And, they're part of our metaphysical reality. They're part of the mystery of life. And it's really important. It's part of my purpose to help you know that you have them there. Deep down that they are. Hi, Carolyn, Candice, Melanie, Katrina. Hi, Kylie. Hi, Mirella. Beautiful to see you here. So I know many of you here already are talking to your angels. You're already working with your angels. You know the magic that they can create in your life. But, hands up or give me a little hello if you have sometimes forgotten to ask your angels for help, or, in the midst of deep grief or sadness or stress, you sometimes, you feel alone and you're forgetting and negating this powerful help that's with you. So, what are the things that block us from really making big changes in our lives? And we all want change at some point or another. Hi, Kylie. Because whether that is we want greater abundance, we want to up-level our lives, we want to clear the drama and have more peace, we want more success, we want to create a new business, a new job, a new place to live, whatever it is. And change is part of decision making. And when we make decisions, that's actually one of the very important steps of manifesting, is making a decision. Sometimes because I do a lot of readings. Hi, Disley. A lot of people will ask me, is it okay for me to change? Is it okay? Am I supposed to make a change? Will I make a change? And I always have to counsel people and say, you are at the leading edge of change. It's your decision that will create the domino effect in your energy, with the universe, with the angels. All of that will come to meet you when you make your decision. Making a decision can be one of the most powerful things that we do. And that's one of the blocks that we have to abundance and success. So I nearly lost my notes there. Because in waiting for approval, waiting for permission, whether it's divine permission or permission from someone who you see as an authority figure, or from your friends, peers, family, your tribe, waiting for permission to do what you want to do is actually giving your power away. And that's the power that your angels and the divine spirit wants you to keep. They want you to own your power. They want you to claim your power. So look for the places in your life where you're shopping out your decisions. You're asking other people to decide for you. You're asking for other people's opinions too much, maybe, because, opinion is just an opinion. It's not a fact. And everyone is coming from a different perspective. So sometimes when you ask too many opinions, you can get yourself in that state of feeling completely trapped in this tension of energy, because someone else might do what you would do differently. So check in with yourself right now and say, what am I doing? Where am I seeking permission? Where am I seeking validation? Where am I looking even to the divine and the angels to give me permission to make a change that actually is meaningful for me, that is in my core, that I really want to do, but I'm so afraid I'm holding myself back by giving it to other people for the authority? Because that's one of the high spiritual lessons that you will learn in your life, is that you are the authority in your life, and it is your decisions, your choices, your actions, your thoughts, your energy that actually are the driving force. The angels, the universe, destiny, other people, they are affected. It's like when you are driving along and you take a wrong turn and your GPS has to reshuffle to tell you how to get back onto the track that you were going on to meet that goal. Maybe you're driving up the highway to Brisbane or wherever, and you take a wrong turn, then the GPS will reshuffle. It's the same with the universe. When you make a clear decision, it reshuffles to support you, rather than it being the universe is trying to get you to do anything. So look, that could be a major block in your life. So Rena is saying, yes, that's you, Rena, is it that you're needing permission? So that could be an old habit. It could be something, if you've been in controlling relationships, if you've had, maybe controlling parents, if you've just been trained that way, that, you are not the authority, that you're supposed to wait until someone gives you validation, then that's going to make you spin your wheels and get you stuck in the mud for a really long time, right? So what would it be like, Rena, and anyone else who feels like this is resonating with you, what would it be like if you just did it anyway without permission? What would it be like for you to throw yourself in to what you really want to do, or even just make a little tiny baby step, open the door to it without someone else having to approve of it? Because I always think of people like, I love Oprah. I love Louise Hay. I love Cheryl Richardson. I love Christiane Northrup. I love these divine women who they haven't asked for permission. They might have at one stage in their life, but they've forged their own path. And they're the people that give me goosebumps, right? I got goosebumps even talking about their names. They're people that have taken their own, they've blazed a trail. If they'd waited for permission, they probably would never have got it, because there's always a reason why you shouldn't do something. There's a risk in everything that we do, anything that's worthwhile. But there's a higher risk in staying stagnant and feeling like your life is passing you by, that you're stuck, that that you've lived a life that has been watered down to please others. So that's one of the blocks. Now, another block is fear. So it could be the fear of the opinions of others. It could be fear of change. Like, what if I fail? What if it's so different I don't like it? And you don't even have to be conscious of the fear, because the fear will come up in your body. And quite often people will mistake the fear in their body, anxiety, shakiness, nervousness, sleepless nights, sweating palms, heartbeat racing. They sometimes mistake that as being your intuition telling you not to do something, but it actually isn't true. It's your body going into fight or flight. And your body goes into fight or flight anytime that it feels threatened, it senses danger, or it remembers danger from the past. So fight or flight is part of your automatic wiring. It's not something that is necessarily intuitive. It can be intuitive, don't walk down that dark lane or whatever. But what's happening nowadays is there's so many people that have lived in trauma. If you've been through betrayal, abuse, something where you felt powerless, something where you felt helpless, something where you felt threatened or fearful for your life, or fearful for your safety or the safety of your loved ones, then that's a trauma. And it doesn't matter if you were at war or if it was just because you heard a noise one night. Trauma registers differently for different people, but most people have been through a big trauma that has switched on their adrenal fight or flight system, and they've never let that fight or flight system calm down, because little traumas, drama, stress, chronic stress have all contributed to the buildup of adrenaline in your body. And that tells your body that you're in danger all the time. So you go into hypervigilance. You're always scanning without even realizing it. I pull energies out of people's energy field, which looks like an antenna, where they are so tuned in to fear and pain and suffering and stress. They're looking for danger because they've maybe had childhoods where they've been in an abusive situation, or even maybe if you're super sensitive, being in a childhood where there's a lot of noise can put you into that state. So fight or flight is looking for danger and being in that constant state where you're ready to run, ready to fight, ready, or you might freeze in the headlights like a rabbit, or you go into placating people and worrying about what people think. So we're fitting back into that, needing approval and permission. If you're in fight or flight, you'll find it very easy to flick into that stress state. You might get really emotional really often, or you might crave drama, crave sugar, crave caffeine, things that, my battery's running low, things that put you into that heightened state will actually feed that fight or flight. And so that can be healed by releasing trauma events, doing the deep energy and emotional work to clear that, and also making sure that your energy is clear and recognizing, affirmations like I am safe, all is well in my world. Excuse me a second, I'm going to plug. I sacrificed my plug for light. So I'm going to lose a bit of light here. I'm going to have battery. So thanks for your patience. So fear will come up to try and keep you safe. So as soon as you start to think about change, moving into a new job, going somewhere exciting on holiday, creating greater abundance in your life, expanding your business, even starting your business, your fight or flight system is going to go, danger, danger, danger. It's different. It's change. It's out of your comfort zone. You better not do it. You better stay small and safe. I'm trying to protect you. And so you have to tune that down. You have to do the energy work and the mental work to clear those beliefs and that fear and anything that happened to you in your past, which cord cutting is amazing for, by the way. Clearing, going back in time, energy work, going back in time is super powerful. It will free you of things you didn't even know you had. When you clear that, you no longer got that sort of shutter that comes down every time you think about making change. So let me know in the chat column if you have thought about change and then thought of like a million excuses why you shouldn't do it. Or you've thought about change, but you've had this rush of adrenaline and this raised fear response in your body that stops you from moving forward. Or you've just thought, I'm totally overwhelmed. My brain can't deal with it. I can't go forward. Those are all signs that fight or flight has grip in your life, and you need to be able to switch off your adrenals, which is quite simple. There's things that you need to do. Breathing is one of them, so that then you can actually clearly see the path that the angels are showing you step by step. Another good trick is to come back into the moment, because fight or flight always wants to rush into the future. You're going into the future is a sign that you're in fear, because you go running into all the problems that you could possibly face. I'm going to run out of money. No one's going to like me. I'm going to get rejected. I'm going to get abandoned. I'm going to be humiliated. I might fail. Those are all fear responses, and they're not coming from your intuitive, logical mind. They're coming from your reptilian fear brain. I know a lot about this. I've done a lot of work on this. I've done a lot of work on my own work on this, but I've also studied it a lot and worked with other healers on this and researched it. And it's such a powerful, strong grip on people. And, you know, if you think about it, if you're in traffic, you probably meet at least 5 people who are in fight or flight. They're the ones that are beeping their horns and giving you rude hand signals, because they're in fight or flight. They're overreacting to the circumstance. And you know yourself, if you've had a moment of like, oh, I wish I hadn't have done that, you were in fight or flight. You weren't in your logical brain. You were in your back reptilian reactive brain. So fear, I'm going to pick up my notes again. Fear is another thing that will block you, and it's a powerful block. The third reason that so many people are blocked, the third reason that you could be blocking yourself in creating the abundance, the prosperity, the love, the success, the good health that you need, is a greater faith in limitation than you have faith in abundance, possibility, and opportunity. So when you have faith in limitation, you will always look for the reason why you can't do it. When you have faith in limitation, your self-belief tells you you can't do it for some reason. So I'm blocked, I'm limited, resources are scarce, there's nobody to help me, I'm alone, I haven't got the same resources as other people, I'm not as young, strong, old enough, whatever. The enoughness comes up, the not enoughness comes up. So a faith in limitation would say, I can't get a job because there's not enough jobs for people my age or my qualification. Or I'll never find out, you know, I've talked about this one before, when someone told me I would never find a house in the town I live in now which would allow me to have dogs. A real estate agent told me that. And I believed it for about 2 months. I was searching the internet, could never find a house that allowed me to have the dogs that I had back then. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I've just believed something that is a limitation belief that isn't my belief, it's that person's belief. Just because they're a real estate agent doesn't make it true. So I changed my belief and I said, I can easily find a house in this town that allows me to have dogs. And the next day I scrolled through the internet, a house came up in the perfect location, it had a garden, allowed me to have 2 dogs. It was about changing my belief. So when we believe in limitation, the universe is a mirror that always reflects to us. Hey, Karen. Nice to see you. That always reflects to us exactly what it is that we believe. So if you have had a tendency to have negative thoughts, to believe that voice in your head, and believe me, we have all got it. It's just what you do with it that matters. So the more that you believe that I'm not good enough, there is not enough of out there, the more that becomes the truth for you. So as soon as you change those beliefs, and that sometimes means releasing the unconscious and conscious beliefs that you're holding on to that could have come from your family line, they could have come through television, media, your local area. You know, people say things like, oh, at this time of year, we don't have much business. They don't have much business. But the person that says, I am busy all year long, I believe that people support me, I have a great income, they will find a way, or the universe will bring them a way for that to become the truth for them, or it will just simply happen. You have to really believe it. So sometimes we've got to release the limiting beliefs before we allow the new belief to come up, which is a belief in infinite possibilities. We live in a universe of infinite opportunity, possibilities, and abundance. You're never going to run out. Like, just because I'm breathing over here in Arakoon doesn't mean that someone else can't breathe somewhere else. I'm not taking that away. So look for where you've got limitation in your consciousness and make a commitment to release that. So, you know, maybe if you're jealous when someone is more successful than you appear to be at this moment, that's a belief in limitation, because you could only be jealous if you thought that they were stealing something that you can't have because they've got it. if you start to recognize, aha, I'm having these feelings because that's what I really want, and there's enough for everyone, then that won't affect you negatively anymore. You'll let it inspire you instead of drag you down. Now, I haven't seen much movement, so are you all still getting me? Hi, Nancy. Hi, Neville. Hi, Cheryl and Lou. Hi, Kylie. Oh, cool. You're all listening. You're all hearing me. So those are the 3 core beliefs, the 3 core blocks that can stop you from creating, manifesting abundance, because the law of manifestation, the law of energy, the law of attraction are all about love, which is the opposite of fear, infinite possibility and abundance. Law of attraction, you can't attract something if you don't believe it's possible. And what was my other one? Limitation, fear, and other people's opinions, waiting for approval. So if you're waiting for approval, you've basically pressed the pause button. And you know what? Law of attraction will draw to you more and more people that will tell you what you can't do and what you're not good at and what your core beliefs are. So it will seem that you're never going to get the approval that you want. But the minute that you step out and you do it without needing that approval, oh my God, freedom for a start, you know, taking back your power in a massive way, you'll start to find people that affirm and validate you. So it's always that we're always waiting for the thing to tell us that it's okay to go ahead and do it. But we're actually, if we go ahead and do it, we'll get the thing that we've been waiting for, and it won't matter so much anyway because we've done it. We've created it. So let me know. Hi, Susan. Great to see you too. And hi, Kim and Antonina. Lovely name. And Jada. Yay. Haven't seen you in ages. So let me know in the chat, like, what are you manifesting? Like, we're all manifesting something. We all want something. And you know, don't let guilt hold you back, because we all need to want things. We're on the leading edge of creation, which is a quote directly from Abraham Hicks, but it's true. You are on the crest of the wave, paddling. What you make in your mind, what you want to create, expands the universe. So it's not that like, okay, there's only 6 of whatever you want to manifest, and like if you're last in line, you're not going to get anything. It's like it will just create for you. If there's nothing there, if it appears to be nothing there, a way will be shown, a manifestation will appear. So what are you creating? What is it that you want to see show up in your life? What do you want to experience? What do you want to be, do, or have? Hi, Ashish. And hi, Lucia and Andy. Hey, Andy, over there in Jersey. So what is it you want? Please tell me. I love to know. Like, it excites me when other people